Hello YouTube. Hello YouTube. Casper here again. Saturday evening or night. It's actually roughly midnight here in Denmark, and I want to try something a little bit new here, which I think I will have more success, you can say, of doing that every day, where I'm very briefly going over the charts that I've done during the day on YouTube, excuse me, on X or Twitter. Just a very brief dive into those, and so you can have a taste of what I do, but in more detail on the Substack here. So definitely, let's see how it goes, and if you like it, thumbs up, all that good jazz, and you know where you can find me here on YouTube. It is UseliNk INV. Same thing goes for Twitter, and on X it is UseliNk INV. So let's just start here from the top to the bottom here. So this is kind of like a Twitter recap, but with me only, the charts that I do. So here we have a tan. This is the Invesco Solar ETF, down 70% from its highs, testing its previous decade-long wedge. This is the wedge, by the way. You can see this is a decade-long, a decade and a half actually. You can clearly see the touches coming in here, and we're testing it now. So if you want to get into solar, you buy here. Risk a monthly close below the wedge could be a risk. Also note this channel here, by the way, which again, if we start to bounce here, that is the big breakout from that, and that's where you gain more momentum. A little bit of a wedge going on here as well. You can see here right there we have a little bit of a falling wedge into the potential support here. So let's see how it goes. But that's again a long-term potential buy here, and any risk, monthly close below that trend line is your exit probably. So yeah, that's solar for you. It has been hammered quite hard, for the past few years anyway. XLF, that is, the tech sector might have a bit more room, okay, fair enough, to run until it faces the highs of the 30-year parallel channel. So you can see we have a channel here going on. We're at the highs here. So again, when and if we hit it, I don't know exactly how many percent we are, but that should be some sort of resistance going on there for the financials. I'm saying tech here, and it's financial. Okay, my bad. Financials, I have to redo that afterwards, my bad. So this is financials, not tech. So excuse me for that one. Soybeans, look at this. At major support, at support, a major one for that matter. So 2000s here, 2020, and you're here again after a huge puke. Basically, after we tagged the highs here, you can see we puked heavily. So if we start to find some support here, again, there are some trend lines coming down here. So when they break, I should have added them here. But again, I just wanted to post like a one-liner support. We could be at a bottom here for soybeans. We really could. This is the monthly, so don't expect this one to go, blast off here within like a week. But potential major bottom here for soybeans. That's really cool. So the CRB commodities index is slowly rounding, and what could look like a breakout of the 2008 highs and start its leg 3 up. So my view is that right here we actually had the highs from '08, huge collapse, a little bit of a bear rally, and you can see here we're still formed this beautiful structure here. So we tagged it there, pulling back, massive rally, rounding bottom, connect the highs from 2008 to 2022. Again, if this curls and breaks, commodities and inflation is coming right back in our face. So yeah. The US 10-year and the US 2-year trying to flip the inversion level to support. If it holds, this screams. I've had so many typos today. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. So, like that. Excuse me. Bad times ahead. What could be the headline for this time? What would be the excuse? But you can see here we have broken. We have inverted here, and now we're uninverting again, testing that 0% line or zero line here. So again, if this holds and starts to move, every time it has done that, you have seen bad stuff. '08, 2000s, and so on. 2019 also, before 2020. The uranium spot price here. Uranium spot price still in an 8-year uptrend. You can see it here. It's actually quite cool. Massive move here. Now we've come down quite a lot from like 106 down to where are we today? You know, roughly 75-ish, I think. So down like 30%. But we are coming into support, the 2011 highs, which is the highs from here. And then again, you can see the support up front here is also support there. So there should be a lot of support at the $73 level for the spot price of uranium. And also, by the way, you can see we peaked here. Also something that I discussed, but that was not on the subject. That was before that we had the Fukushima. No, that's not the Fukushima gap, by the way. That is the. Is it? No, that's the Fukushima. Never mind. So this is the Fukushima high, I think. Anywho, the reason with this chart was basically to show this as support, you know, and I think the 73 will be mega support also with the connections of these two lines here. So yeah. So here we have the USRR, that's the United States repo rate. So that is the internal rates of the banking, you know, what they lend to each other. And you can see here the 2000s, major high here, huge collapse. This was a bad time to be investing into tech. You know, there were a huge bubble there, climbing higher, slowly turning, and then boom, we had 07, 08, 09, again starting to basically climb from zero, and then boom, game over again. So what this indicates is actually that every time, you know, we came this trend line here, as soon as we get to it, you know, that is the highest rates that the system could handle until we had to pump more money into the system. But now we've actually broken through, and it's about, I think, here to make a major high, huge resistance, by the way, and then we're going to come down. However, look at the trend change here, break of that 25-year trend line there, and we're going to make a massive higher high, and we're probably going to make a massive higher low somewhere, potentially all the way down to 1. If we really puke here, retesting that level, and then boom, game over, right? So yeah, rates, you know, higher highs and higher lows is the future of rates. And basically, ever since 1980, you had, you know, lower highs and lower highs, and lower highs and lower lows for like 40 years, like a 40-year bond bull market. That is over, by the way. That is over. So here is the chart that I couldn't understand why the SIL, so that is SIL is the silver ETF major miners, performed so well over the past few days compared to the SILJ, so compared to the juniors. And here's the key. It is the second largest component to the silver ETF. So this is a stock. By the way, it's zinc mostly. That's pretty ironic. But it started to move heavily here, and that, you know, that lifted SIL a lot more compared to SILJ. So that was the reasoning why. Again, I just find that funny. I couldn't understand it, and I looked into it a bit, and that's the reason. Kazatomprom here, do it. Big flag here, 1-year flag, internal horizontal resistance at roughly 41. If we get above there, we're gonna attack, you know, the highs of the bull flag for the third time, pulling back maybe, and then we go for Kazatomprom. Similar-ish view here for Kazatomprom is that you have a neckline going across here. You can see we're breaking it. Exciting, very, very exciting for Kazatomprom. Let's see. I think that's all that I have for you guys at the moment. I don't have much more. Have a lot of we can do silver here before I let you go. So silver on the 2-hourly, so not long term, but again, we're looking at a month and a half, getting back above 31 and a half again for silver. Then it seems that the retest of the $30 is complete, and then we can continue the uptrend. Man, typos really. But you can see here we had a bull flag here, tried to pierce through. Silver closed at, I think, 31, so roughly at the lower side of the flag here. But again, huge retest of 30, blue long-term trend line here, upcoming, support here as well. So this here is really looking like a very, very promising bottoming pattern on the 2-hourly time frame for silver. It really does. You can see the downtrend here, the sideways. Hopefully we start to resume to the upside for silver. That would be truly amazing. I think I'll leave it at that. Yeah, guys, leave your comments below. What do you think? Have a great weekend wherever you are. And we will see you in the next few days with a closing picture here of UEC trying to pierce through. I haven't checked the Friday price action, by the way, so maybe we have pierced through. I don't know. Have a great day, guys. Cheers. Bye.